Hi everyone, Joe Vitale, American Retirement Advisors with the Great Indian Investments Weekly Talking Points for week ending June 11th, 2021. Let's talk about stocks. Equity indices were generally higher last week with the benchmark S&P 500 advancing 0.43%. The NASDAQ gained 1.85% and the Russell was up 2.18%. Now, overseas market were also positive with the developed markets, which is the EFA, was up 0.34, and the emerging markets was just up to 0.09. In the U.S., growth stocks outperformed value stocks, and smaller caps outperformed larger caps. Now, we see that this year has primarily been driven by value, so we don't see a lot of times the growth stock, but this is one of the weeks that we see the growth stocks winning. Okay, by sector, real estate and healthcare were the leaders, while financials and materials were the laggards. Let's talk about fixed income. Interest rates fell and bond values rose with the benchmark 10-year treasuries declining 9 basis points to end the week at 1.47% yield after touching the 1.74% yield at the end of March. Now, this occurred despite a report that inflation rose to 2008 levels, which is not very good. But it is concerning, but because it's not holding, we don't believe it's going to hold, it's not that concerning. So they're kind of giving it kind of like a wink and a nod right now, but we'll see how that goes. So commodities, after rising dramatically earlier in the year to a level not seen in more than 10 years, the price of copper has regressed from its recent peak. Currently, it's at $4.50 per unit, and copper is down from its May 11th high of $4.76 per unit. Now, this may be an indicator that general inflation has peaked post-pandemic, along with the price of stocks in material sectors. Economic data, headline inflation, which is all items, accelerated to 5% on an annualized basis, which is concerning in May, a 13-year high, right? 13-year high, and in line with consensus expectations. Now, price gains for used cars and trucks stood out with a 7.3% month-over-month gain, which accounted for 1/3 of all items increase, right? Try to find a used car, a new car right now. You know, it's again, just like real estate, it's crazy. It's a seller's market right now. Now, this is evident that supply chain issues are taking toll on some sectors, especially semiconductors and the chip shortage. We're seeing that be a big toll. The personal consumption expenditures inflation, which is of greatest interest to the Federal Reserve, rose just 2.6% annualized in the most recent data. Now, the number of job open vacancies reached an all-time high of 9.3 million, which I don't understand. In April, or roughly one job opening for every unemployed individual in the U.S. Vacancies were 1 million ahead of expectations, which, you know, people are out there now. Have you ever noticed places are closing at 7 o'clock now? There's nobody available for these jobs. There's so much, everybody's looking to hire right now. So hopefully we're going to see things change right now. I know some of the states are trying to pull back on the unemployment insurance payments. So we're hopefully going to see that change. We're going to see more people get back to work, and hopefully the hours will resume and the numbers will come way down, because we should be really not at full employment, of course, but our numbers of unemployment should be a lot lower right now. Also, the number of people who quit their jobs reached a series high of 2.7% in total employment, which is a 20-year high. Shouldn't be, but we'll get there. We will get there. Now, let's talk about company news. CyrusOne Inc., which is a G50 holding, they rose following merger news of other companies in the data center real estate investment trust subsector. Now, CyrusOne had received takeover interest 2 years ago from several infrastructure funds, and an activist investor revealed that a new stake last month. So Cone shares rose 6.8% for the week. Eli Lilly, which is a Core Select holding, rose strongly following FDA approval of another drug company's treatment for Alzheimer's disease. Have you heard this? We saw this coming, and they're really optimistic about this. This is first such approval in the category for which Eli Lilly has a promising drug in development, and shares of Eli Lilly gained 10.92% for the week. And Verona Systems, which is a Core Select and G33 holding, rose 10.69% for the week as stocks of cybersecurity firms climbed in rising expectations for revenues and earnings following a sharp increase in cyber attacks following the hack of Colonial Pipeline. So we're going to see that more and more now. So we hope you're doing well and enjoying this nice weather. We're very grateful and thankful to have you part of our family. God bless you. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 855-756-5700 or visit us online at aradvisorsinc.com. Have a great week. We'll see you next video.